Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unraveling a genuinely thrilling mystery pulled directly from our source material about some wildly unexplained phenomena going on beneath our oceans. We're going to look at some heavily documented, literally physics-defying anomalies that have completely baffled the military, scientists, and locals alike. And to do that, we'll be following two parallel on-the-water investigations that are out there searching for the truth. So we're kicking things off with this really bizarre intelligence leak out of Iraq. A video recently surfaced showing this strange jellyfish-like craft hovering over a highly sensitive military base. But here's the catch. The leak was incomplete. According to the original source, the full video actually lasted 20 minutes. The craft hovered and then dropped straight into a lake completely stiff. We're talking no splash, absolutely no change in thermal signature, just seamlessly phasing into the water. 17 minutes later, it shot right back out, and almost immediately authorities confiscated that full footage. Section 1. The Underwater UFO Mystery, Defining the Anomalies. To figure out why the authorities swooped in and confiscated that full video, we really have to look at how these objects just casually defy the laws of physics in both the air and the water. It's like our natural laws simply don't apply to them. And this brings us to a really critical term for this explainer. USO, which stands for Unidentified Submerged Object. This term helps us distinguish these waterbound anomalies from your standard UFOs in the sky. These are craft that show a profound, almost inexplicable affinity for our oceans and lakes, doing underwater exactly what they do in the air, just completely hidden from public view. And, this perfectly illustrates that the Iraq incident, it is definitely not a one-off. Just look at the famous 2004 Tic Tac encounter. Commander David Fravor, who is a top-tier military pilot, watched this tic-tac-shaped craft perfectly match the speed of his F-15, going instantly from zero. But what's even more fascinating is that it was interacting with something massive, hiding just beneath the ocean's surface. When the pilots looped back around to investigate, the craft was totally gone. All that was left was some swirling white water. Moving on to Section 2, the Tampico Base Theory, a city shielded by myths. So, to see how these military reports actually collide with local folklore, an investigator named George headed down to Tampico, Mexico. The locals there firmly believe that an underwater alien base is actively protecting their shores. And, the timeline tells a pretty wild story. Back in 1967, the local newspaper reported a massive UFO fleet sighting. From that exact year onward, right up to the present day, the city hasn't been hit by a single hurricane. And the thing is, those sightings didn't just stop in the 60s. One local witness detailed an encounter from 2017 that perfectly captures the bizarre, totally silent nature of the craft frequenting the specific coastline. They described seeing 7 spherical objects glowing in this intense electrical blue light, just flying in a precise delta formation without making a single sound. Section 3. Investigating the Channel Islands, Rory's underwater search. Now, while George is investigating down in Mexico, an underwater archaeologist and former Department of Defense employee named Rory is launching a parallel investigation off the coast of Southern California. He's focusing all his expertise on the Channel Islands, which happens to be a massive hotspot for U.S. Navy sightings. You might actually recall the famous cigar-shaped craft spotted over Catalina Island. Well, it's in this exact same region where the crew of the USS Omaha tracked unknown objects buzzing their ship on multiple sensor systems for over 2 straight hours. For Rory, though, the motivation behind this search is incredibly personal. 10 years ago, he was sailing 1,600 miles off the coast of Hawaii when the ocean beneath his boat suddenly lit up like broad daylight in the dead of night. An orb emerged directly from the water, hovered in the air to balance itself, and then just vanished in an instant. That personal encounter is what's driving his absolute need to know exactly what is hiding down there. Section 4. Science versus the Supernatural. Analyzing the data impartially. Now, as impartial explainers of the source material, we've got to weigh these supernatural claims against some hard science. We can't just take the myths at face value without looking at the environmental data, right? On one hand, local theories suggest an extraterrestrial base is extracting a mineral-rich substance called ormus to use as a propellant. But on the other side of the coin, we have very grounded data from local meteorologist Amelia. She points out that natural warm water ocean currents off the Gulf of Mexico act as a physical barrier, which naturally repels those hurricanes and protects Tampico. But here's where it gets interesting. Even our meteorologist admits that the area is absolutely full of unexplained, highly charged magnetic energy. And this is exactly where the gap between hard science and the downright bizarre starts to bridge. Because while the ocean currents explain the weather, they really don't explain the intense magnetic footprint of the area. When we look at the historical data, it consistently links magnetic anomalies directly to USO sightings. Take the infamous Bermuda Triangle, which is famous for compass failures, or the 1971 incident with the USS John F. Kennedy, where a massive, glowing 2,000-foot sphere hovered over the ship in an area totally known for magnetic interference. It highly suggests that these craft might be intentionally drawn to or maybe even powered by these magnetic hotspots. Section 5. The Ocean's Hidden Secrets. The climax of the investigations. Let's see how all of this builds into an active, on-the-water search for actual physical evidence. Both George and Rory are out on the ocean right now, putting these theories to the test. Back in Mexico, George meets a fisherman who survived an absolutely terrifying encounter. A massive, round, glowing USO physically pulled his boat backward through the water, actually forcing his crew to cut the anchor line just to escape. Armed with that wild story, George takes a magnetometer directly to the exact GPS coordinates of that fisherman's encounter. The very moment George drops the device, it immediately returns these strange, negative readings. He shoots this data over to geologist Frank Keller, who confirms that negative numbers on a magnetometer are incredibly uncommon. Keller notes that these specific readings usually mean there are massive, stationary metallic cylinders hiding just beneath the ocean floor. This physical data leads to a pretty fascinating scientific theory proposed in the sources. Human scientists are currently trying to figure out how to extract hydrogen from seawater for our own future propulsion systems. So think about that for a second. Could advanced craft already be doing the exact same thing right beneath us, just utilizing the ocean's infinite resources to fuel themselves? Meanwhile, over in California, Rory is scanning a 15,000-year-old submerged mountain range in the Channel Islands. And his side-scan sonar detects something highly anomalous. An unnatural red rhyolite rock formation. But what makes it so strange is that the sonar shows perfectly straight, engineered lines and blasted cut angles. These are features that absolutely do not occur naturally in underwater geology. So to get a closer look at this potentially artificial structure, Rory deploys an ROV, or remotely operated vehicle, down into the ocean depths. Outfitted with cameras and lights, it's really the safest way to verify if these straight-edged rocks are actually the remnants of something built by intelligence. The ROV descends into the pitch black, dropping exactly 72 feet down, finally hitting the bottom of the ocean floor right where these highly unusual blasted rock formations reside. But just as Rory's team begins their visual investigation of the bottom, a completely unexpected event happens. Right above them, in the dead of the night sky, a blindingly bright light suddenly materializes out of nowhere, hovering directly over their boat. And that leaves us with this final, incredibly provocative thought from our sources. By actively probing these magnetic, underwater hotspots, have these investigators crossed some invisible line? Did dropping that ROV into the depths finally summon the very phenomenon they've been hunting this whole time? It's a question that completely reframes how we look at the waters covering our planet. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning what lies just beneath the surface.